Thank you very much, everyone. My name is Matthew Lamons, and welcome to the session on transitioning e-commerce to iCommerce, applied intelligence to engage effectively, create more value, and win more often. E-commerce was great. It allowed us to do business online with the potential for massive scale. But iCommerce makes it even possible to personalize all those online business experiences. This creates more value, empowers marketers to win more often, and it's as simple as that. This profound impact comes from mass customization at scale. And if you're looking for the take-home message, here it is. Adopting iCommerce strategy to your digital marketing approach will fundamentally improve your business. My name is Matthew Lamons, and I can't wait to share what I think is a simple framework to help you understand artificial intelligence and its application to digital marketing. I think we got a great roadmap for you, and I hope you enjoy your iCommerce journey. So let's get started. There we go. Okay, sorry about that for the pause. My background is in behavioral psychology and deep learning. I founded Schedule.com, a smart AI platform that takes the guesswork out of getting together. You know, it's ridiculous that it takes a meeting just to set up a meeting, and we thought we could build an artificial intelligence assistant that could learn our preferences, our priorities, and the context of our lives to make smart predictions about when things are likely to happen. We turn activities into interactive content, and we save people days and weeks of wasted time a year and all that frustration. We will empower businesses to be able to schedule services online with one click that's as easy as buying a product on Amazon. And we will empower digital marketers with AI-based technologies that enable them to take an iCommerce approach when working with brands and companies in the service sector. In telling the Schedule story and genuinely being excited about artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, and what these technologies can bring to the world, I built a worldwide data science community of over 70,000 people. Professionals who are university researchers or applied data scientists and machine learning engineers at some of the best companies and the highest technology in the world. I founded the Applied AI Masterminds. I'm pleased to have been asked to assemble and be the lead author of a book coming out later this year, Deep Learning Projects in Python. This book teaches deep learning technologies applicable in a wide range of business use cases, from restaurants to retail, financial services, healthcare, and gaming. My teams have built data pipelines, cutting-edge recommendation systems, chatbots for FAQ and open domain question answering, computer vision and image recognition for point-of-sale data entry, generative models for recreating missing data, and reinforcement learning models for robotic process automation. I'm excited to share what we've learned in working with these powerful technologies to produce winning results. The single most powerful megatrend that's driving the transition from e-commerce to iCommerce is what I call Seg1 expectations. We all have them. As consumers, we expect to have a personalized experience with every business, service, application that we interact with. And as digital marketers, that same Seg1 mindset drives our expectations to provide customized engagement across all touch points. This drives some phenomenal things in our business. It drives a hypercycle feedback loop. Things happen fast. Based on an engagement model where every interaction provides marketing data. And this data enables data-driven decisions, and those decisions require artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies in features, products, process automation, and optimization. In fact, 84% of organizations are implementing or expanding artificial intelligence and machine learning this year. The e-commerce framework prepares us to capitalize on this global Seg1 megatrend. And simply put, e-commerce is applying 4 fundamental things AI can do: classify, predict, automate, and optimize, to 5 digital marketing ROI targets: search, content creation, conversion, customer support, and churn. Let's see if we can simplify and summarize the basics of applied AI, and then look at a few examples in this new context to get a clear sense of why evolving from e-commerce to i-commerce is such a winning strategy. With data classification, AI systems are used to help classify or group data according to some set of features, from customer segmentation for lead generation to who's most loyal. When you think of data classification, there's an old song I always remember, and one line in the song says, who's being who's being true, and who don't even care anymore. That is the essence of classification in a marketing sense. Machine learning technologies can cluster data according to a range of features. And deep learning technologies can find patterns in data that we as humans can't see, but are essential and they're meaningful in our business use cases. Visualizing these complex relationships is made possible by computationally reducing the dimensionality. And this represents data sets with up to hundreds of features in 2 dimensions or 3-dimensional images. And it helps us gain an intuition on what that data is really telling us. This business intelligence drives data-driven decisions regarding traditional and innovative marketing processes. If you don't need a custom solution, I'd point you to a couple software products that are in the market that you can use for data classification. I talked to the senior lead data scientist at Kodak AI. They have a phenomenal product. The Creative Gorilla is another company. Growbots and Conversica are other companies that provide off-the-shelf products in this space. The second fundamental thing that AI is good at is prediction. Training deep learning models means finding patterns across large sets of data. These AI-based systems make predictions about future behavior in new data. Deep learning-based predictions changed e-commerce-based descriptive analytics to i-commerce-based prescriptive intelligence. It's no longer sufficient, to just look at what happened and ask questions like, well, what was our click-through rate? Those days are over. The real power comes when we start asking questions like, what's going to happen? Or what should we do next? Those types of questions require a machine learning approach to i-commerce. One common digital marketing task is lead scoring. Well-trained models are improving in accuracy, and the results are increased sales. Consumers respond positively to segment 1, that mindset, and the customized sales strategies that have a traceable engagement throughout a marketing campaign. Think of this picture of a boat as a new customer data point. Machine learning is used to qualify the customer using relevant data from your data pipeline. Training models based on your existing relevant data can help better predict what they might buy, when they might buy, and how much they're likely to take home with them. Each lead's score becomes a better predictor of the new potential sales. And this helps sales prioritize time, sales efforts, and selling strategies. The third good thing that AI is good at is automating repetitive tasks. AI systems can be used to create new features, build new capabilities with great precision, reliability, patience, and vigilance, matching or surpassing human-level performance. An example of AI-enabled automation can be seen in Georgia Aquarium's solution to a common business challenge. They wondered, how could they harness the digital channel to attract new and returning visitors? If they did this, They knew they could increase their annual charitable funding receipts. Georgia Aquarium used IBM Watson's campaign automation to identify unique visitor and sponsor preferences and shape highly targeted, relevant, and compelling messages. They were able to scale the content to deliver individual and targeted messages to a global audience. By using natural language generation models, they created messages with less effort and more efficiency. And imagine if you had a computer program that used data and logic to create meaningful stories for your brand. There's a couple off-the-shelf applications you can use. You can look at ARIA, you can look at Quill, and ESOP for natural language generation. The last big area that AI is good at is optimization of the performance for complex systems and tasks. Machine learning is revolutionizing marketing in the e-commerce paradigm by optimizing the marketing mix by determining which sales offers, incentives, and programs are presented to which prospects through which channels at which times. And specific sales offers are created and supported by contextual content and incentives. And these items are made available to an optimization engine, which uses machine learning and its logic to continually try to predict the best combination of a marketing mix and the elements of that marketing mix that will lead to a new sale, an upsell, or even a cross-sell. Amazon's product recommendation feature is an example of how their e-commerce platform is using machine learning to increase those three things: upsell, cross-sell, and recommended products revenue. Another example is a product called Emotion Reader. Emotion Reader is created by an Ireland-based startup, and it uses algorithms to analyze facial expressions around video content. And this startup allows brands and marketers to measure viewers' emotional responses to video, and it analyzes those viewer responses via an analytics dashboard. And it makes that data-driven decisions around media spend based on viewer responses. It's extraordinarily powerful. And now we have a familiarity with the four fundamental things AI is good at: classification, prediction, automation, and optimization. Let's see how they're being applied to 5 ROI targets important to digital marketers. Those targets are search, content creation, conversion, customer support, and churn. Let's start with smart searches. AI can quickly learn the search behavior of customers. SEO and social media strategy can be improved for smart content delivery and better results. Applied AI engineers build and fine-tune propensity models that guide cross-sell and upsell strategies by product line, customer segment, and persona based on search-related behavior. And every day, Amazon's machine learning engineers work to improve their prediction accuracy. Even if Amazon's recommendation tool is accurate only 5% of the time, this means that out of every 20 things it recommends, we'll still buy one of them, but not the other 19. And think of that. That's a phenomenal achievement when you think about the millions of products that they have in their catalog to choose from. And can you imagine the next step in this evolution in predictive ability and what it means for their e-commerce platform? Can you imagine what will happen in the disruption in the marketplace when that accuracy gets to a sufficient level and it improves to the point where they or some other enterprising retailer might just ship you things what they ship you is things that you're likely to buy, and they'll just accept the cost of the return of the things that you don't want to buy. There's power in prediction. The second key ROI target that's important to digital marketers is smart content creation. This is pretty cool. And check this out. Gartner predicts that by the end of the year, 20% of all business content will be authored by machines. This is AI automation in digital marketing. We're going to stop guessing what content works, and we're going to start knowing what converts. According to eMarketer, more than 60% of marketers would like to leverage AI in content marketing. The usages include predicting what consumers would like to read next, creating more accurate buyer personas, content creation, and optimization of that content according to customer preferences. And when you add to this natural language processing, and that it helps content marketers serve more relevant content to the right people for better results, it's a phenomenal improvement over e-commerce. And we're already seeing things like personalized headlines and advertising copy. We're seeing personalized advertising design formats, the layout, the color sets, and the sizing. This is all done with machine learning and the engineering that's possible from that hypercycle feedback loop where the customers and the consumer's behavior is acted on. So a question that was presented, can you sell items through a subscription or have recurring billing? Yes, machine learning and its deep learning technologies work really well with SaaS businesses because some of the things that are present in SaaS businesses, subscription billing, churn is extraordinarily painful on the company because your customer lifetime value really gets impacted when customers leave the platform. I speak about that more in just a moment. So let's pick up where we left off. I'm going to go to the next slide, and 26. Fantastic. So we're halfway through our 5 ROI targets, the things that we want to improve as digital marketers. And intelligent conversion is the third of the list of 5. Custom data pipelines are being built to automatically sort and analyze big data coming from different sources like our CRM, social media, customer support, APIs like the one that we're building at Schedule, and offline data sources. And this data pipeline drives faster conversions through accurate targeting. AI data classification segments your customers based on their behaviors and their choices and their purchasing habits, their browsing activities, and individual preferences so that you can ensure that your AI-based predicted offerings resonate with those target segments and result in meaningful transactions. AI-based marketing, automation, and optimization allows you to engage specific audience sets with the most relevant and targeted messages. Off-the-shelf products that you want to look into for intelligent conversion are Yandex. You could look at Kissmetrics and Piwik. I apologize. Marketers are increasingly relying on machine learning to define more competitive and contextually relevant pricing. Machine learning applications are scaling price optimization beyond airlines, hotels, and events to encompass product and services pricing scenarios. Machine learning is being used today to determine pricing elasticity by each product, factoring channel segment, customer segment, sales period, and the product's position in an overall product line and pricing strategy. By 2020, real-time personalized advertising across digital platforms and optimized messaging targeting accuracy, context, and precision is going to accelerate. The combined effect of these marketing technology improvements will increase sales and effectiveness in retail and B2C based channels. Some off-the-shelf dynamic pricing tools, and you can find our examples in Competera and a company called Upstream Commerce. Upstream Commerce is a configurable, scalable, accurate retail solution for price management automation. The fourth digital marketing ROI target is automated customer support. I believe that customer support is, as it is right now, in the traditional sense, will soon become obsolete because the idea of human-level AI systems is becoming a reality. Enterprises have already started making chatbots and voice assistants a part of their digital strategy. 57% of enterprise executives believe that the most significant growth in the benefit of AI and machine learning will be from improving customer experiences, and in the support sector. Chatbots give us the power to automate a wide range of costly customer service interactions. Significant advances in natural language processing not only make it possible for a chatbot to answer frequently asked questions, but to even detect emotional distress. AI automation can then escalate protocols to hand off the conversation to an appropriate live customer service rep, or even present additional value units to keep the customer happy. The final ROI target, and one of the most important, especially for SaaS businesses, is that of churn prevention. AI-powered tools that are trained on historical data to create predictive models and forecast churn behavior of customers are extraordinarily powerful for an enterprise. Machine learning applications streamline risk prediction and intervention models to significantly reduce customer churn. This graphic illustrates how defining risk models help determine how actions aimed at averting churn affect churn probability, it affects the risk, and the impact of that churn. An intervention model allows marketers to consider how the level of intervention could affect the probability of churn and the amount of customer lifetime value. So as we wrap up, before we get into a discussion, what's the take-home message? Adopting an e-commerce strategy to your digital marketing approach will fundamentally improve your business. You will create more value, and you're going to win more often, and it's as simple as that. The fundamentals of AI, data classification, prediction, automation, and optimization make it possible to personalize online business experiences. It allows you to give that Seg1 mass customization at scale that the consumer is demanding of you. And brands and companies need to ensure that information flows into decisions. They follow those decisions to an outcome, and then they learn from that outcome and feed that learning back into the system. Managing that learning loop will be more valuable than ever as you evolve your company from e-commerce to an e-commerce powerhouse. So how do you get more information and how do you get started? Well, you can reach out to me for help. I leverage my team and the applied AI masterminds to solve really interesting problems. We will evaluate your company's digital maturity. We'll explore the available data sets that you have, or the data that you could build, or gain access rights to. Well, based on this, we'll figure out what are the meaningful business use cases and the KPIs associated with those use cases that will dramatically improve your business. We'll check these use cases against realistic expectations. And we remember that success has a lot of facets. There's a lot of reasons why some things work and some things don't. We want to maximize our opportunities to win. We'll help you with your needs in AI thought leadership, in team augmentation, and in the technology development itself. I want to thank you for your time. I'm interested in hearing your questions, and it really is an exciting time because we're in the middle of this transition from e-commerce to i-commerce, and the companies and the brands that operate smarter are going to win more often and succeed in the marketplace. So thank you very much, and I open up the floor to discussions. I can't wait to see your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Matthew. It's a wonderful session, and you cleared all the questions, I think so. And another we have two more questions from you. Can I customize things like order pages? This is a question raised by Mr. Jack Martin. Can I customize things like order pages?
You sure can. That's a great place to optimize and have a machine learning model figure out where are things working well and when are things not working well. The opportunity for upsell and cross-sell is at that perfect point where you want to do two things on an order page. You want to make sure that their primary transaction, the purpose for their ordering, is handled efficiently and to their satisfaction. So you don't want to get in the way of that. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that if there's an opportunity to recommend or cross-sell items, that's the point when you can do it because they in effect have their wallet out and they're ready to buy. So a presentation, a smart presentation of a like recommendation that's based on a predictive model will be extraordinarily effective. Order pages is a perfect place for machine learning to make an impact
Okay,
on
Mr.
your
Matthew,
sales.
thank you so much. And we have a third question. What are some tactics that our company can deploy to boost repeat purchase rates and increase customer retention? This is a question raised by Jacqueline Woods.
Jacqueline, great question. The my approach, and you see from the presentation, is the SEG1 mindset. You have a relationship with your customer. Let me give you a brief analogy, and it relates directly to your question. So we have a family wedding coming up in another month, and because of this family wedding, we love doing all nice types of things for it. And my wife has a relationship with Amazon. So my wife has been purchasing items in relation to the wedding for about 8 months now. And the digital marketers and the machine learning teams at Amazon, if they haven't done this yet, I'm sure that they're working on it now, is they should be predicting and classifying what is the quest that this consumer is on, my wife is on. And they should be able to determine that the quest is related to a wedding and not a home project. And that's a very powerful first step in terms of e-commerce and how e-commerce is different than e-commerce. It's insufficient just to say, I want to sell something online. You want to sell the right thing at the right time for the biggest bang and the best value for your customer. So beyond that initial ability to understand what is the customer's goal and how can we help them achieve their goal with the right product placement and the right recommendations, a secondary prediction that would be extraordinarily powerful for Amazon would be to predict when this activity or the goal and the completion might happen. So it's not only, oh, it's a wedding, it's what's the date frame around this wedding? Can we pinpoint it to a week? Can we pinpoint it to a couple of weeks? Or how accurate can we be? And what would your business do with that information? So if you're looking to, how do you boost repeat customers? How do you have increased customer retention? Well, if you know what their goal is and you know when they're going to try to achieve that goal, you can structure your communication with that customer so that you're helping them achieve their goal. And knowing that the wedding is in the first week of August would be essential to making sure that you interact with an outbound contact points in email or when they log in into the platform with like recommendations associated with that goal versus in September, October, and November when that goal is gone and those recommendations are no longer of interest. They're no longer valid, right? And so that's how machine learning helps you structure a repeat experience. So if you can classify the goal that the customer has, what are the associated components of that goal? What are the products they might need, the services they might need? And what's the relationship between when they acquire one part of the resources for that goal, what's the next likely resource that they'll buy? Some of them have a sequential nature. Some of them have a time-based nature. And understanding your business, the product line that you have, and the customer's goal will help you provide that relevant information in a way that's natural, authentic, and provides over and above service to them.
Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Thank you for your answers for all the questions, and you done a great job in the open forum and discuss a lot of things and share your knowledge also. And thank you, Mr. Matthew, for your information. And do you have any email ID or anything else to contact? Others can contact for. So you can type the email ID in the chat box so that somebody can contact for any doubts.
Lamons at schedule, and you can find me on Twitter at mlamons. mlamons1 is Twitter, and on LinkedIn. I would love to talk with you, brainstorm about your business, what you see in your business, where you would like to go. The things that I love are talking to people and asking questions. I find that most people don't ask questions about their business. And they don't ask questions because they don't have an expectation that they can get the answer. And so now that you have the hope of I can get answers, because I have a framework, I have an e-commerce framework for understanding the technologies that could be applied to generating those answers. AI, automation, and optimization, classification, and prediction, well, then say, well, I can maybe get answers if I have the right data. So you start thinking about your data differently. I love those discussions, and I welcome them. So make sure you reach out to me, and we can see if we can't make you more money and more successful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Thank you so much. So that was Mr. Matthew completed his presentation on e-commerce to I-commerce for your activeness in GDMS too. Bye-bye, sir.